Hello there, good day and welcome to our lesson for today. Our topic this day is titled Parts of Speech. Just as the human body is made up of different parts which perform different functions, with every part playing a specific role, and there's no part that is useless. That is how it is in language too. There are different parts of speech, and when we combine these parts in our communication, we are able to produce meaningful sentences. The parts of speech that we have in English are 8. We have nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, conjunctions, prepositions, and interjections. All of these parts of speech have different roles that they play. But for the purpose of our lesson today, we shall be looking at nouns. What is a noun? A noun is a word that refers to a person, a place, a thing, an animal, or a quality. So a noun names. It names people, places, things, animals, feelings, and qualities. So if you look around you even now, where you are, you will find that there are different nouns. We have different types of nouns. We have common and proper nouns. We have concrete and abstract nouns. We have collective noun, countable and uncountable or non-count nouns. All of these are the different types of nouns. So we shall be taking a look at each of them in this lesson. Common noun. This type of noun names ordinary objects, places, and ideas. It refers to everyday things, common things that we see around us, whether they be objects or places or ideas. They are, as the name implies, they are common. Examples: we have pen, we have school, car, noise, etc. So let's look at a few sentences here. I lost my pen in school yesterday. We have pen, we have school as common nouns. I don't like the noise made by those little children. Noise and children are common nouns. My father's car is still new. Car in this sentence is a common noun. Our next type of proper noun. A proper noun refers to specific names of people, places, institutions, organizations, months of the year, and days of the week. For examples, we have Jillian and Janet are not in school today. Here, Jillian and Janet are proper nouns because they refer to names of people. Jean can't come on Monday. Here, Jean is the name of the person and Monday is the day of the week. February and March are dry months in Nigeria. February and March are months of the year, and Nigeria is the name of a place. So every proper noun must begin with a capital letter, no matter where it may appear, whether it's at the beginning or in the middle or at the end of the sentence. remember to always begin it with a capital letter. Countable noun. A countable noun refers to things that can be singled out and counted. Countable nouns also have singular and plural forms. The indefinite articles a or an can be used for singular nouns. So if the noun can be counted, then it is a countable noun. But if you cannot count it as one, this, two, that, then it is not a countable noun. Also, another rule is your ability to use the indefinite articles, either a or an, with the noun. You could have a house, a car, a man, a boy, a girl, and so on. An orange, an apple. All of these are countable. So if we cannot do that with the noun, then it means it is not a countable noun. So let's look at a few examples here. There is a house on this street with a glass inside. There is a house on this street with a glass inside. A car has arrived with a man inside. I have an orange in my bag. The boys are all in their rooms, but the girls are allowed to play outside for 2 hours more. The 3 birds in the 3 cages have not been fed. So each of these sentences has countable nouns. In the first sentence, we have house, we have street, and we have glass. In the second example, we have car and a man. In the third sentence, orange and bag are countable nouns. Sentence 4 has boys, rooms, girls, and us as our examples of countable nouns. And the last sentence has birds and cages as countable nouns. Next type of noun, uncountable noun. An uncountable noun is a noun that cannot be counted. The uncountable nouns do not have plural forms and cannot be used with a or an. We could have examples such as salt, water, sand, flour, wood, etc. I saw a water on my way to Abuja. This example is wrong, because water cannot use the indefinite article a. You cannot count water that way. You can't measure water by counting it as 1, 2, or 3. Instead, you say, I saw water on my way to Abuja. I added the salt in the soup. This is also wrong. Instead, you say, I added salt in the soup. However, you can say, I added a pinch of salt in the soup to indicate the quantity of salt you added in the soup. Concrete noun. This refers to items that can be seen or touched. Items that are tangible, that can be handled. They are called concrete nouns. We could have examples such as stone, house, food, person, water, tree, etc. Any noun which you can see, which you can touch, which is tangible, is a concrete noun. Examples: I saw my brother playing in water. Brother and water are concrete nouns. This tree is tall. I cannot climb it. Tree is the concrete noun. I cannot take my food without water kept close. Food is a tangible noun. It's tangible, so we call it a concrete noun. And so is water. So anything that is an idea or a feeling cannot belong to this. And so we move on to the next type of noun. Abstract noun. What is an abstract noun? It is a noun that cannot be seen or handled physically. It's something that more or less exists in the mind. It is the opposite of concrete. In a concrete noun, we can see the items and we can handle with our hands. But such is not the case with an abstract noun. We have examples such as joy, peace, anger, wisdom, folly, caution, and so on. These are feelings and qualities, and we cannot see such things, so we call them abstract nouns. For example, I have great joy in my heart because I passed my exams. Joy is a feeling which we cannot see, but we know it exists. I wish I had the wisdom of King Solomon. Wisdom is a quality which also cannot be seen nor handled physically. Peace is what we want in our communities. Peace is a quality too. Nobody can see it, but we know when it is present or when it is absent. So all of these are abstract nouns. Collective noun. A collective noun refers to a group of things taken together, like team, group, cattle, fleet, class, bunch, etc. I belong to a football team. How can one person have a fleet of cars to himself alone? A class of students can do the work. We take care of a brood of chickens. All the underlined words are examples of collective nouns. So here's an assignment for you to test your knowledge of what we have just studied, and then you submit to the email address on this page. So remember, we have gone through parts of speech. We said parts of speech are very necessary for us to make meaningful constructions in the language, and there are 8 parts of speech. We've only picked one, which is noun, and we said a noun names. We have looked at the various types of nouns, and here is an example for you to test what you have learned today. Thank you for being part of today's class. Continue to stay safe under the shadow of the Almighty, and goodbye.